a statement that goes, the truth shall set you free, but first it must piss you off. Okay. Welcome to Truthful Tuesday. First of its kind, nothing but hard truth. You see what? You see the less emotions, more words,
more logic.
I'm your guy. Read the Wordsmith.
More logic.
I go by the name Read the Wordsmith.
Tell them more. I'm
a multi-hyphen creative machine. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm an author, a purveyor of all things artistic, and basically,
I think you should list some for me. I mean,
speak of it. My guy.
Okay, continue.
All right. And to my right here. To my right.
Credentials, my guy.
To my right is none other than.
Wait. Credentials, my guy. Remember, we are here because of some issues we need to address.
You know.
Credentials, my guy. Finish off. Tell them
to my right.
Tell them about the TED Talks. Tell them about the books. They need to know. They need to know.
2 TEDx appearances, by the way. On the official TEDx channel, you see that one with 23 million subscribers. 25 last time I checked. That is where I'm at with a TED Talk and a performance. And I've been doing this thing for 8-9 years. Held down a couple of headline shows.
Don't miss out on the books. Don't miss out on the books.
And along the way, 3 books to my name. And you can find them. You can find them online. Or maybe approach the guy. He might be kind that day.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting with greatness.
Oh. As if.
I'm sitting with greatness.
As if.
Okay. Let me introduce myself. Is that okay?
Yeah.
They call me a rapper. They call me a rapper, you know. But my brother had to call me. My brother had to call me a few days ago to remind me I'm not a rapper.
What the hell?
You know, I released a track recently, and then I tried to, play around with my Shona sound.
Exactly.
My native sound.
Yeah.
And apparently some folks really resonated with it. And then my people from home were like, please leave this rap stuff. Leave it.
Hey,
you're not a rapper.
And that's how they just co-opt you, like that. Yeah.
Bro, they said I'm not a rapper. All those years I put into rap, bro.
We're waiting for the CV. Drop your CV. You don't need to drop mine.
It's time for you to drop mine is a humble one, It's a humble one.
Get out of here.
I'm Dr. Naz. I always say to many people, I don't know if it's a cover up or what, but I always say I'm many things to many people. To some, I'm an artist manager. To some, I'm an entrepreneur. To some, I'm a rapper, as I say. To some, I'm a singer. To some, there's so many things to go by. Some know me as a graphics designer. My family in UK knows me as a graphics designer. Some know me as a music promoter. Some know me. You can get in any space and you will find something different from the other space.
Tell them about the album.
Okay.
The album.
Yeah. We've been doing this music thing for a bit now. We're hitting a decade. You understand?
It's like
I know fame is just, around the corner, but we've been doing it for some time now. I'm hitting a decade now. I think we started in 2017. Professionally, 2017. And we're still going. And up to now, I think I did 1 album. We could have done more. But we needed to grow, man. We understood.
We
understood the climate.
Yeah, plus the element of owning your own and being an exec.
Exactly,
being
man.
an exec, running a studio.
I actually forgot.
Yeah.
So I'm an exec of Crib 9 Entertainment, which is a company.
Yeah, this man can make or break your career in Cyprus, in music.
So we have this joint that we started some time ago that is into music production, entertainment, artist management. We're into entertainment as a broad term. You understand?
I think at this point, Crib 9 also doubles up as a consultancy.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. The experience is there. The credentials are there.
I should not mention an artist by name, but one artist was honest enough to admit that 80% of people that walk into a recording studio don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
They do not know what they're doing.
That's a fact. At least that person has the wisdom to appreciate that fact.
So you open up someone's eyes. They are thinking, oh my God, I'm going to need 5,000 to shoot a music video.
Exactly.
You open up their eyes, you tell them, okay, fine. I have
5,000, bro.
I was like, there's a director here who's good with experience who can do all these things for under $500.
Shout out to Director Doom, man. Director Doom, yeah. Anyway,
you know the guy's gonna come to like make it for some reason. And what about this shadowing goals that just throw?
My guy, before we waste this time, let's address issues. We're here for the truth.
Yes, nothing but the truth.
Speakers and messengers of the truth.
Yeah.
Of the truth.
Yeah. And also, what we were saying just now is the truth also. Because we are the truth. We are the truth. You know, you can't speak the truth unless you are the truth.
It's the prelude to the truth. We want to go hard. There are issues to be addressed. We need to fix the nation.
Yeah, because you see what you've been doing, and what I've been. Oh yeah, and I'm also founder and writer in chief of Poets on an Island.
Bro, the credentials keep coming.
I'm also an exec in my own regard. And I'm sorry, we could spend all day.
Right, I think let's leave it.
Yeah, we could spend all day. But
we might also expose that we're getting old, man.
Please,
because people be like, how did you get all this? How did you do all this?
I know.
How old are you, bro?
I know I look like a rookie, but I'm a vet now.
Someone was telling me recently, like, if you want to know how old someone is, ask them their favorite joint. 97. You know what I'm saying?
We're enjoying this Jordan Sparks Chris Brown track. No A. We're listening to No A. Karaoke night. And then Gigi is like, do you know that in this karaoke night there are girls that are as old as this song?
Bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I'm at 2000. We laugh at you. Anyway, let's get back to work.
One of my 2000 even saved Facebook on the phone is old people apps. I'm like,
oh my god.
I love me some Facebook.
But I love Facebook. I was talking to some artists some time ago. I think I told you about this story. I was talking to some artists, and I was advising them on how Facebook is very essential if you want to grow. If you want to grow your brand.
And they looked at you like,
all these are my 2000 artists. And they were like, why would I be on Facebook?
People apps.
I'm like, Instagram is part of Facebook.
And Meta is paying its creators. We're leaving money on the table.
Meta has Facebook and Instagram on lockdown. And if you really want to be successful in those two apps, have Facebook. And not only that, the real audience, like the proper audience you need for your music, people who are actually going to buy your album, people who are actually going to do stuff when they see good stuff, are on Facebook.
And the problem is that the kids will not look at you with that expression of, oh my God, here we go again.
Let me say this. People with money are on Facebook.
Exactly. It's like, bruh, you don't see rich people obsessing over all these other apps. Like Facebook is that meeting point, that meeting place. But anyway, so the thing on the island is visibility. Is it's kind of an issue. Someone who does music, but for some reason they are kind of invisible to the rest of the world. It's like Cyprus is this genuine places on every artist.
Bro, I think it's the culture. Do you feel me?
Yeah.
One thing I wanted us to address, like, I thought I was gonna talk about my journey personally, but I had to.
You gotta sprinkle in some details. Yeah. We need those.
I mean, I started professionally.
Yeah.
I started doing my music career in around 2017. Yeah, but for me to actually take that decision, I had to put myself in a bubble, because you see, when you get to Cyprus, there's an atmosphere of doubt. You get what I'm saying? You get here and everybody tells you can't make it. You can never make it.
Even things that
you know that meme. Yeah. You can never make it.
You can never make it. And some are even brazen and bold enough to say to your face, like, why don't you try other things? I'm like, why don't you try shutting up for once? Like,
and as I told you, one of the other things is people treat Cyprus as a temporary place. You get me? So everyone is thinking about, I'm getting there, just getting my
life is moving.
But the problem is, if you're gonna waste the best years of your life in a place, you better do the best with your life. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, because most people come here and they actually spend the better part of their lives here, waiting to move to somewhere else so that they can start living life. You feel me?
And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Very few people that despise this island to the core went on and had this massive impact. It's like because it's a mindset issue.
Someone once said a lizard in Cyprus would be a lizard in America.
Exactly.
Someone also said that a shark in Cyprus will be a whale in the world. Mm-hmm. Do you get me? But anyway, what I was saying again is the atmosphere. You get here and you have naysayers. Everybody's saying you can't do it. You can't do it. They're saying the environment is not good, but nobody is actually taking steps to do something about it. You understand? When I got here, there were no recording studios. I knew, bro. I didn't know any home recording studios or professional. There was just one Turkish recording studio by City Center, I think. That time, you understand? So I get to this
place.
You
know that we are not exactly welcome in that space.
Good. Plus, those guys don't understand our sound.
Exactly.
You understand? They don't understand our sound. So at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? This is a desert. What am I going to do? But my mindset changed. You understand? I mean, I don't want to be all spiritual and everything, but I think my church, because my pastor at that time was Pastor Rock. That guy was innovative, bro. That guy was a motivational speaker as much as he was a preacher, bro.
You know, and he always likes to say the best way to start is to start.
Exactly. Oh, you remember the guy?
I remember the guy. That guy was driven.
So, bro, this guy oozed energy, bro. He oozed energy. And I remember the first time I met him, bro. When you're around him, you felt like you can do anything, bro. You understand? So he's the first guy that told me to do something. Do something. He told me, Dr. Nas, what do you do? I said, Doctor, I'm back home. I used to rap. He said, start a group. Do something. Oh, why haven't you recorded your first song? There's no studio. Start a studio. You understand? This is the kind of energy I'm talking about. You understand? And I put myself in this bubble where I refused to listen to people. And I said, come what, come may, I'm going to make it in this place. Yeah. I'm going to study. Whatever is not there, I'll make it available. You understand? Yeah. And years later, look at what we're talking about.
You go out there and make things happen.
Years later,
to be at this point discussing all these things.
People might not appreciate because, you know, when you're outside, you know, some victories, they don't look like much, but people might not appreciate. But we're talking of finding water in a desert. We started this journey. I became a musician. I set up a studio, started with nothing, started with a small mic like that. I mean, a mic from, I think, AliExpress, yeah?
In non-studio speakers.
Now we are choosing the type of mic to use per recording. Per recording. Do you feel me? So we started from nothing and persevered, and we got into this music space.
And also, the problem is we have a lot of Grammy-winning artists in Cyprus in their bedrooms.
Facts.
The problem is some people have never set foot inside a recording studio, but they want to step in the recording studio that you've spent years building, and bro, they want to weigh in with these takes. So is this really good? I'm like, just weigh the thing in your hand.
And bro, these people are experts.
Grammy winning. They know everything from business to monetizing music in their bedrooms.
They're experts.
Next time you should do this. But that guy, we should not mention names. You know, we should not name names. We don't want you to run away with episode 1. But this is remember that damn thing. No, he's your guy. Remember that damn thing by your guy. I mean, if you're burning the bridge, just throw the loop. Okay. Remember you gave that stupid take of it. Don't be pushing this music. It's supposed to just push itself. I'm like, are you a special kind of dumb?
My guy.
Do you think people win Grammys without going on a place without promoting?
You see,
everything is more than paid for.
One of the issues I discovered, right? And I was addressing this with my guys. I was saying, you know what? The problem with people on the island is everybody thinks you're doing things for their approval.
Exactly.
You feel me? So when I'm being Dr. Nas, when I'm recording music, people are thinking I'm doing so that they approve of what I'm doing. You know, so when I release a song, they think they have to pat me on the back like, well done. Or they have to coach me on, no, you're not supposed to do that.
And also the other thing now, they will rush you to release stuff so that you get 90 views and they're like, oh, but you are pushing. I'm like, guys.
So look at this.
If I take years to release a spoken word album, I know what I'm doing.
So look at this.
I want to do things properly.
Look at this. This guy you were talking about, approval mentality I told you.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they're your parents.
Well done.
They're your parents.
Well done, son.
So here's the thing. Nobody takes into account that Dr. Nas has spent the past few years focusing on music only. And he's been around musicians.
Fam, I can say
he's mentoring musicians that are award winning, international award winning.
I'm managing artists. I'm co-leading poets on an island.
Good.
I've managed to mentor a whole lot of young poets. With all these things, they still feel like
so
they have to like everything you do. They have to,
exactly. They have to approve.
They have specification.
Good. So this guy comes to me. I was sending around a link to my one of our pieces that we did, and this guy says, why are you sending this link? Don't send. If it's good, it's good. People will find it. And I'm like, find it for where? Which algorithm? I talk about YouTube algorithm. They'll just find it on YouTube. It will just follow them. No promotion. It will follow them.
The other day, my artist was killing me. So when we're listening on Facebook, because the video on Instagram, it even got 11K views. I'm like, sweetheart, it got 11K views because men like skin and men like to see women on camera. It does not mean that your music is going to do well. You gotta sit down and plan things out.
That's not the thing with music. So sometimes those people were just surprised that she actually sings.
Exactly.
When she starts being consistent, they'll just fall off. You feel? They'll just fall off.
My first book, oh my God, everyone was excited for the poem. Second book now, you see that now even uphill task of convincing someone to even give the book a chance. Because they feel like they've done everything for you by supporting the first. And also that word, support. I'm always saying this, guy. When I plan out my shows, I'm not thinking about anyone I know.
It's all about you, bro.
I'm not thinking about anyone I know.
It's all about you.
I'm like, I do not mind performing to different crowds night in and out. You do not have to feel like you got my back or I'm supporting. Like it because you like it. I think, not because you are pitching the artist in his bedroom, crying his eyes out, trying to be successful.
I think the way that people, the people confine us to this small space as creatives is painful. When people see me, Dr. Nas, they actually think they are Dr. Nas. Like I'm a local Cyprus Dr. Nas.
Like when you release an album,
when I reach the mountain top, when I post my content, bro, I got 5,000 followers on Instagram, and I can guarantee you of those 5,000, as much as it's a small number, a modest number, of those 5,000, maybe less than 200 are from Cyprus. But yet the Cyprus people feel like they have more to say on the creative.
Does even besides that, I'll say this personally. Someone who's made some cheese off of this, please, Mr. Expert, if you have never paid a bill,
go back.
Someone's made bread from this.
Go back.
Made cheese from
exactly.
this.
The artists on the island who are giving us pressure, they've never made $100 off their music, bro.
Nobody's ever asked them how she works.
They've never made $100 off the music. If you haven't made $100 off your music, please don't look at me somehow. In fact, if you have never made $1,000 on your music, don't look at me somehow.
When you walk into Crib 9, everything you are seeing there, the lights you are seeing, the Wi-Fi is paid for by
music.
This is what you do to be successful.
Bro, do you know what? Can I tell you something? Most people on the island trivialize what we are doing. We're pulling the impossible. It's only when it makes sense that we can exactly divulge all the intestines.
You know when they're doing when they did their awards thing that they'll do on the 17th. I'm seeing the categories. I'm like, Sam, I recall having my face on a billboard in the heart of the city.
Wait, about those awards though. I had a question though.
I kind of like my business, but
tell me an older business that Crib 9 in the same community. told me an older business. But you know, they don't take us as a business. They take us as, you know, the boys that are chilling at the street.
You see the inversion of it. Do you see the nice thing, the inversion of it? The inversion of it kills me because you are actually running a business. A lot of people are hustling.
I mean, for Zimbabweans, guys, many big artists, many artists who have made it on the island have passed through that studio. So, I mean, when I don't find it on, you know, I mean, we should have had our place in that category, entrepreneur. I think we're entrepreneurs. What do you think? What can we be called? We will get paid. People come and pay. People come and pay for various services. So I think we should have gotten a category somehow. But anyway, it's cool. I'm not gonna be salty about it. Anyway, bruh, let's check out what we wanted to discuss.
Now we said what had to be said. You know, just get it out of the way. Because man, if we want to talk about visibility and what can be done for artists, we also have to be honest about where we find ourselves as artists. So I think this was a very essential segue because just think about it. You know, the next Chris Brown could be studying for an engineering exam right now.
Facts. And do you know one thing that happens in Cyprus?
It's crazy.
People don't understand that what I've seen that nobody else has seen. The reason why I really said I'm gonna go hard and I feel like this is an environment for what I want to do is there's so much talent in Cyprus.
Exactly.
I meet exceptional people in Cyprus, but their mindset is in the wrong place.
And
I know a young girl was with us in Crib 9. Now I don't know where she is, but that girl was talented, bro.
Very talented.
She sings, you'll be like, what's going on here? But her mind was not there.
I don't know what happened to that generation and their love of you know, of getting there by any means, of hustling. You know, people just compromise on their visions. They just want to settle. Like, as long as I can find this little thing of mine that keeps the lights on.
All right. Okay. I wanna let's discuss a bit so that we give these people some value. Let's discuss some of the struggles.
I just gave you game. I gave you game. That's how I can make money.
I like that. All right. So let's check out some shared struggles that we experienced in our journeys.
Oh, my God.
We're both creative.
You know, I'm gonna say this with love and kindness to all the poets out there, but when I came onto the Cyprus scene, performance poetry was just a bunch of whiny people coming out of the closet about their feelings, to be honest. There wasn't much going on the art scene. Like, people never thought that you could actually do poetry with your chest. You could actually be technical about it and all that. So the struggle to even make people understand that this thing can go there and go forward. Even when Poison Island was forming, I still had to drive it in that. Guys, it's not just about going on stage. It's not just about going on stage and feeling feelings. Make it technical. Give them value.
Do you know what I like? Do you know what I like about what you guys did? Look, facts on facts. You guys took your game to the next level. Most people, when they think about poetry, they're waiting for one event in CIU, one event in this school, or that
some open
mics, so that they go perform. But you guys started your own tours, bro. You started your own programs, bro. Poison and Island started hosting shows, dog. I mean, different places around Cyprus. Like, you guys pulled off one. I remember the one you pulled off by Terminal. Bro, that was classic. But it's a mindset thing again.
And someone was asking, so what's the value of this 250 of VIP ticket? I'm like, really?
No, bro, I was there. Look, I was there. That thing was amazing, bro. But besides that, I just want to point out this, that you guys decided to think outside the box, because most people don't value poetry like that. Most people think poetry is for, maybe primary school.
Water.
Yeah.
Water.
So it's kind of like that. You feel me?
Yeah. So I think we'll pick it off from this point.
Yeah. Pick it off from this point. We can properly.
Yeah.
But by the way, before we go, what are you guys doing? How can you have a video with 2,000 likes and 1,000 views? What's going on, guys? We really have to talk. Really, you gotta defend your
Please live in your truth.
What's going on, though?
Live in your truth. Remember to call your mom. Drink water. Mind your own business if you have a business to mind.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
And that's it. That's the first episode. That is it.
All right, guys.
Truthful Tuesday.
Tune in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tune in. We're gonna be dropping a lot of games.
Please drop a comment.
And we're gonna be inviting a lot of guests, amazing guests. We're gonna be calling out some names.
Yeah. Some will be offended. Some will learn, but the truth remains the truth.
We gotta do it. Somebody had to do it.
All right.
Bless up.
Thank you.